Is the world becoming more religious or less? Less religious, on average worldwide. Islam is growing, but atheism is growing a little bit more. I'd say less, but in the last couple of years I know like 4 different people that were pretty atheist that have gone hardcore Christian, which was a bit of a surprise. Less, but the religious are getting louder. Less religious. You hear more from the believers because they clutch their pearls so loudly. Less religious. There is a huge uprising in Islam though. Just look at global birth rates. They're in decline because all over the place people are becoming less religious. Religious populations still have higher birth rates, especially wherever the religion encourages having kids, as religions that don't encourage that tend to die out. But globally, population growth has significantly slowed down. If you look at places like Iran, the birth rate will also tell you that the Muslim population is far less religious than the mullah regime wants you to believe they are. Less religious, people nowadays knew how most religions were. Less. The West is becoming less religious. The rest of the world, with the exception of China, Japan, South Korea, and North Korea, is becoming more religious. My teacher talked about this in religion class a few months ago. He said it's becoming more religious, and less at almost the same rate. Depends on who you ask. Atheists complain that it's getting more religious. Religious preachers complain that it's getting more irreligious. We can't say for sure what's going on, but generally poor economic conditions leads to more religiousness. Less religious, but more of the religious are becoming more extreme. People are becoming less religious in the traditional sense, but many are seeking spiritual fulfillment in alternative areas such as superstition, soccer, entertainment, social causes, and politics. Less mainstream religious, more factions, cults, and quackery. The end of empire is rife with wizards. Regionally variable and hard to quantify. In developed and middle-income countries, atheism is growing fastest. In the poorest parts of the world, religion is growing fastest due to high birth rates. There's also uncertainty about atheism in highly religious societies. For example, atheists are often attacked and even killed in Bangladesh. So it's impossible to know how many atheists there are because many will not admit to it openly. Officially no, but behaviorally yes. I think the need for some overarching communal belief system is always going to be there for most. And those who don't have an actual faith are often easily sucked into some other belief system they don't question. Those so-called bubbles you hear about these days are basically that. So maybe it's not even like the world's becoming more or less religious. It's more like more and more people's need for religiousness is used against them, I think. I think more people are turning away from religion, but the loudest mouths are religious. I think less. The West is definitely less.